Hi friends, Naji here. Welcome back. So we are continuing a discussion with Apache Spark, and in this video we will be discussing on transformations and actions in RDD. So RDD support two type of operations, that is one is transformation and other one is actions. So transformation means which actually create a new data set from existing one. Okay, and in transformation it is lazy behavior. Okay, which means it will not execute until we call the action. Okay, then actions, which actually as name says, it's an action which returns a value to the driver program after running a computation on the data set. And these are the few actions and transformations and actions that support by the RDD, PySpark RDD, and which is actually lot more. I have selected only very few. Okay, so it's actually supporting lot of transformations and the actions. So we can see how can we implement that in our notebook. For that I have opened my Visual Studio Code, and here we can see a dataset folder is created, and I have a CSV file is there. Okay, now I have opened a new notebook file and I selected the Python. I have selected the kernel also. So here first we can import the PySpark session. Okay, so I can import Spark session. Now we can create a Spark object. Okay, so this will be common in most of our examples. So I can select Spark session dot, I can call a builder, and we can set a app name. I can say that RDD trans and actions. So here I can set the master. Master will be, since it's local, it will be, I'm selecting all the codes in the local, and I can call a get or create method. Seems to be something is wrong. Let me check this. Okay, it's worked fine. So let me open the print, and here we can have a Spark UI is also we can see. Okay, so in this UI we will able to see the jobs that we are executed, and the storage, environment, everything we can monitor from this UI. Okay, so let me go back to that notebook. Okay, now first we can read this CSV file. Okay, so for that I will name it as a RDD1. Okay, which is not a good name, but let it be like this. And here I can have a, I can call Spark dot, we can have a Spark context. Okay, we can call a Spark context dot text file. Somehow the autocomplete is not working. Here I can select datasets dot, this is my CSV file. Okay, Spark dot small letter. Okay, now we have our RDD. Now here we can check RDD dot get number of partitions. We can see the number of partitions. So here we can see that number of partitions are 2. Okay, now if you want to add the more number of partitions, I can select min partitions. Here I can set to 5. Let me execute this. Okay, so now the minimum number of partitions is 5. So to get the partition, okay, what we can do, RDD1 dot, I can call a method like glom dot collect. Here I can say partition can be selected. Now I can check number of partitions. this will be 5. Okay, so to get each and everything we can do a for loop, but in this video I am not doing that. In our first video we have done the looping, the double for loop, everything. But if I selected this number of partitions 0, we can see the records that belongs to the partition 1, and if I select 1, and we can see the number of records belongs to partition 2, like that we can have. So maybe let me check length of, we can check the length command can be used here. So we can see the nearly 10,045 records are there in this particular partition. Okay, so now we have our RDD. Now let me print the RDD. Okay, so it says about the map partition, RDD as text file, all those things we can see. Now we can do some actions. Let me print some 3 output here. So here we can see the 3 rows are printed here. Okay, and if you want to see the RDD1 number of count, I can just do a RDD1.count. So this will give the number of records in that RDD. Now we can apply few transformations. Okay, the first one is I can create a RDD2, and again this is not the good name, but for the easiness I am just giving that RDD2. Then here I can give a RDD1. Now I can execute a map function. So this map function is similar to Python map function. Here we can apply a lambda function. Okay, and here I am going to select, or I am going to split the record. So I am going to split. So this is a comma separator, right? So I can do a split with the comma. Okay, so let me see the RDD. Okay, so this is my RDD. Now let me add few more cells, and I can do a RDD2. Let me print it. So it says nothing, or just printing some informations only. It is not executing anything. So to get the details, I can do some actions here. So I can select RDD2.take 5. This will print the 5. So this is actually our CSV is converted to the list. Okay, so it is actually split by the semicolon, and we have applied this particular lambda function. Okay, now what we can do, we can create another RDD, okay, which will actually select a few information. So let me select the RDD3. Okay, here I can select on top of RDD2, which is a list. Okay, I can create another map function which will select few result from the Excel sheet. So here I can do, I'm going to select a tuple. Here I can select the 8. I'm going to select the 8 and 9 column from the list. Okay, so we can see what is the result here, and I can apply a transformation take 5. Sorry, maybe this may not be needed. I'm directly applying this. So here I am applying a RDD. I'm applying a lambda functions over RDD2, that is this list RDD, and I'm taking the 5 records from that. So here we can see I'm creating a list of tuples. Here we can see a unique carrier, and here we are passing the flight number. Okay, so we are in this example we are trying to get the unique carrier and its flight number. Okay, so that is what we have done with this particular RDD. Now we can see how can we implement a filter method. Okay, for that what we can do, I can select the RDD2, and here I can select the map. Let me have the same map function. Okay, so I can apply the lambda. Here I can do the lambda function. Here also I am selecting the 8 column, and I am selecting the 9 column. Okay, and after that I'm applying a filter. Okay, so to get the filter, I'm trying to see the autocomplete is not working. Okay, so this is my filter. Again I'm going to apply a transformation. Okay, so I'm going to entire rows, and I'm going to select the 0th one, and I'm going to select WN. Okay, now let me take 10. Okay. So what we have done, we have actually applying a list function over this result, okay, and we are trying to list the unique carriers whose value is wn. Okay, so here let me explain it again. Here we have a lambda value. From that we are selecting the 8th and 9th column, and over that we are filtering with a lambda function and the first C bracket column, okay, which means we are selecting entire list. From this entire list we are selecting the 0th one. Okay, let me print this. Okay, see, we can see that all the records are with wn. Okay, so we have done with the lambda functions, with the few lambda functions, and also filter is also we have applied. Now we can see we can apply a filter map. Okay, so we will able to see the difference between the filter and the filter map. So next, let me copy the same statement and let me apply a filter map. Okay, so we will filter map. Okay, I can have a x and I can print the x. Let me take the 10. So the filter, okay, something is not right here. Let me see. Okay, filter map is not there. Filter, not filter map, it's actually a flat map. We are actually doing a flat map, sorry, flat map. Okay, so the flat map means we are actually flattening the map. Okay, so here we can see in this, the above example, we can see it is coming as a list of tuples, right? So what this flat map does is it is actually flattening the result, and we will have a simple flat list will be, the result will be the simple flat list. Okay, so that is how the flat map works. Okay, now we can do like couple of examples. Okay, so we can see how can we get the distinct values. Okay, for that what we can do, let me select the RDD to then here we can apply the map function, and let me do a lambda. In this example we are selecting the 17th column from the list. Okay, it's a particular value, and from that we can select the distinct value. Okay, maybe I can make it tuple dot distinct dot take 10. See, so these are the distinct value with respect to this x17 column. Okay, now so just practicing with a few of the transformations and actions. Okay, there are a lot more things are there, you guys can practice this. So I want to show like couple more things. One is join, and one is to get the keys also. To get the keys, so let me copy this. Okay, so let me print it here, dot take 5. Okay, so here we are printing a list of tuples, right? So if you want to get the keys, I can write like keys dot take 5. So this will list out all the keys with respect to that particular dictionary. Okay, so we can discuss about our last example. So that is with respect to the join. So here I can create a join 1. For that I can create a RDD. So let me copy this RDD example here. Okay, so here we have the join 1. Now let me have a join 2. So in join 2 I'm going to select a different one. I'm going to select this value 10. Okay, so let me print it. Now we can take 5 values from both join. Okay, so this is the first join, and we can take the values from the second join. Now let me print this here. Okay, we should have some kind of a space. Let me make it. So this is 1 and this is 2. Okay, here we can see in one of the the left side tuple or 0th tuple is wn. We can see the wn here, the same. Okay, unique carrier is same, and the second one is flight name, flight number. Okay, so here here the in join 2 we have the unique carrier which is same, and we have a tail number. Okay, so tail number is something different. So here we are using the flight number, here we are using the tail number. Now we can see how can we join together. Okay, so to join these two things, I can call join one dot join, and it is join 2. Now I can take the 10 numbers. Okay, so we can see the result. It's actually executing. See, it's actually giving a unique carrier. So it is actually joining between this unique carrier, and it is use the unique carrier. Then the flight number and the tail number will be a tuple. Okay, so in this way it's joined successfully. So these are the few examples with respect to RDD transformations and the actions. There are, as I mentioned, there are a lot more things are there. You guys can practice and see and try to apply different transformations and actions. So yeah, that's it about in this video. So we can see a lot more examples in our coming videos. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.